See, I got my Dolly Parton shirt on. Yeah, because I'm working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Y'all, thank you so much for bearing with me in my new endeavor with this job. I know y'all prefer for me to be in front of the camera, but I can't do it all the time. Thank Oh, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please like, share to whatever handle you are connected to. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I don't know if you could put it on the TikTok. Subscribe and visit uptopbeauty.com for these superfly shades in beige. And you know we have a book club tote, because we've been reading with Uptown NayRobon. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, ooh. We are back with J. Randy Terribolele. Okay, we're doing a Michael Jackson book. What's it called? The Magic, the Madness, the Whole Story. 1958 to 2009. And listen, all you that like to come around here and be like, Nay, that's not how you pronounce it. Listen, if Terribolele can come to this channel and say, Nay, I don't mind how you pronounce my name. I'm just enjoying the read. Then who gives a about what you think? We call him over here Terribolele, and that's what he's gonna be. Love you, Terribolele. So if you and I go sailing by, whenever your eyes meet mine. In truth, Katherine had also been the target of Joseph's fury. When Reby was a baby, Joseph was on edge because of sleep deprivation and a heavy work schedule. One day he returned home to a crying baby, only to find Katherine outside talking to one of the neighbors. He ran out to get her. The kid is screaming her head off, he shouted. Katherine immediately returned to the baby's side. I'm sorry, Joseph, she said. According to her memory, I didn't know she had awakened. Suddenly, Joseph turned around and smacked his wife across the face. My cheek went numb. Her reaction was swift and immediate fury. She took a ceramic bottle warmer and threw it at him with everything she had in her. It struck him on his forearm and shattered, cutting him deeply. Blood gushed from the wound as the two argued. Don't you ever hit me again, Katherine warned him, or I'll leave you so fast your head will spin. Psych. Katherine says that the violent episode marked the first and last time Joseph ever struck her. But apparently he turned his violent temper on his children. Okay, pause. You know, when we read the LaToya Jackson book, I was like, it seemed like he never put his hands on Katherine. Like, mostly he released his fury on the children. And y'all was like, oh no, he hit Katherine. Like I've said in the previous video, I'm not sure whether the Jacksons felt as if their beatings were the only beatings. I'm not condoning violence against children, but I think because they didn't have other friends to compare their father's disciplinary methods with, they felt like their beatings were the most extremes. Because so far, what I've read in the book, you know, I've gotten myself. Like, there were times when me and my wife would laugh at the fact at how our mothers would come in the house. We ain't even said hello to them. Hey, Ma, how's your day? None of that. And just immediately they would release their anger on us. So you don't know that until you share experiences. And the Jackson children didn't have the opportunity to share experiences with other children. So you're not the only one getting the shit beat out of you. Aspects of Joseph's parenting were unconventional, to say the least. Whenever the boys left their bedroom window open at night, he would go outside and climb into the room and then scream at them at the top of his lungs while wearing a fright mask. The youngsters would begin crying and hyperventilating, frightened half to death. Why would a father cause his children such trauma? Because he's an asshole. But Joseph explains that he was trying to demonstrate why they should not leave the windows open at night. After all, wait a minute, Joseph. I'm lost. Wait a minute, Joseph. That's when you get the best night air, at nighttime. And I know if they were sleeping 100 kids to the room that they ain't had no goddamn air conditioning. It's like 17 kids in a room and no AC, maybe a box fan, if that. And you want them to close the window? Are you crazy? Why would a father cause his children such trauma? Joseph explains that he was trying to demonstrate why they should not leave the windows open at night. After all, what if a burglar was to enter the house? Michael and Marlon would for many years afterwards suffer from vivid nightmares of being kidnapped from the safety of their bedrooms. Not the way they taught you to fight. It's 5 boys in that room. They would have kicked that burglar's ass first. Suffice to say that as he grew older, Michael pulled about as far away from Joseph as he could, clinging to his mother, whom he adored as if his very life depended on it. And maybe it did. Even with 9 children, she treated each of us like an only child. He would remember to the writer in 1991. Because of Katherine's gentleness, warmth, and attention, I can't imagine what it must be like to grow up without a mother's love. One of Michael's first memories concerns performing at the age of 5 when he sang Climb Every Mountain from the Sound of Music a cappella for his class. Y'all know I'm a musical demon. All musicals. Love them to death. I say up there with The Wiz is The Sound of Music. So long, farewell, Avidas, and goodbye. I do to you and you and you. I love this. I could watch that thing over and over and over. I wonder how much fucking Xfinity is charging for you to watch that mess. And is it me? But did my cable bill go up $50? Something ain't right. Am I tripping, y'all? The other children were impressed as much by his self-confidence as by his talent. He received a standing ovation. The teacher started to sob. 5-year-old Michael had so much energy and charisma that Jackie, who was 12 at the time, decided his younger brother would become the lead guy. So Jackie made the decision? Wow, okay. That was perfectly fine with Michael. He enjoyed being the center of attention. However, Jermaine's feelings were hurt. He had been the lead singer of the group, and now suddenly he wasn't good enough. So it was Katherine and Jackie who said that Michael would be the lead? Now, just to clarify, Katherine did not say, let's replace Jermaine with Michael. Katherine said to Joseph, I think we got another lead singer. Now you have Jackie, who's the eldest boy, second in command to the father, that says, yeah, I think we are going to use Michael instead of Jermaine. It was Katherine that wrote the letter. And it was Jackie who licked it and put it in the mailbox. I feel that that's the best decision, although I understand Jermaine's hurt, but he's the little one. You know what I'm saying? The smaller, the younger, the better. People are willing to love a younger, brighter star. Jermaine just doesn't have the years left in order to be small and cute. Small and cute wins over even though Jermaine was never awkward with his sexy ass. But Small and Cute wins over the masses, okay? Because once you become a teenager, basically you're just going to be loved by the teenage girls. Small and Cute gets everybody. So it was a good decision. You know, although I feel bad for Jermaine, I do, but it was a good decision. By 1965, Joseph was making only about $8,000 a year working full-time at the mill. Katherine worked part-time as a saleswoman at Sears. When Joseph wanted to start spending more money on the group musical equipment, amplifiers, microphones, Katherine became concerned. We were trying to move upward, trying to get ahead. I wasn't going to let anything stop us. In the end, he and Katherine always got past the fights. After the shouting, Joseph would lean in and kiss her lightly on the lips. He could be surprisingly gentle. She later said she would tremble whenever he took a romantic approach. He could always reason with her in that way. Joseph convinced me that the boys were worth it, she recalled. No one ever believed in his sons more than my husband believed in those boys. Pause. Again, Joseph Jackson is a Leo. The most, do you hear me? The most romantic situations I have ever been in has been with a Leo. My first love was a Leo. He wooed the shit out of me. You hear me? Oh, he wooed me because he was so romantic. He knew how to just take a drive, and at the time he was driving a 300Z, take the T-tops out, and he knew how to take the long way home and just allow us to enjoy the scene, you know. And our favorite song together was Keith Sweat's Make It Last Forever. Make it last forever. He would sing the boy part and I would sing the girl part. It was so sad that he was fucking my cousin too. Then I had a police officer, Leo, amazing. Then I had a barber. Fell madly in love with her. So romantic, so romantic. I mean, just sweep me off my feet. Then I had the Texan. Things that he just knew I would just love and enjoy. Now, those of us who enjoy Leos, we know how romantic they are. We know how much they're able to control and manipulate us with their romanticism. We also know that they have the dirtiest dicks of the zodiac. They lie a lot. And they have a lot of women. And they do dirty shiz. Not my female Leo. She pretty much was just, after it was over, it was just pretty much fuck her. Now we have a great relationship. But back then, oh, she was treacherous. Y'all, it is nothing like being with a Leo, male or female, because when they piss you off, they make you fall back in love with them every single time. I'm married to a Virgo. We're not the most compatible, I'm not gonna lie. But I knew I wasn't gonna fuck with a Leo no more either, because them bitches is terrible. Leos, they just have a caddish, if that's a word, cad-ish way about them that after a while you just be like, no more. I had some coffee today too, y'all, so if I'm a little wordy, forgive me. It was the inauspicious surroundings of a shopping mall in Gary, Indiana that the Jackson 5 got their name. I got to talking with a lady, a model named Evelyn Leahy. Yeah, I'm sure Joseph once told me. The boys were performing in a department store, and she said to me after the show, Joseph, I think the Jackson brothers sound old-fashioned, like the Mills brothers. Why don't you just call them the Jackson 5? Well, that sounded like a good name to me, the Jackson 5. So that's what we called them from then on, the Jackson 5. The group soon found themselves doing more club dates out of town on weekends. Joseph put a luggage rack on top of the family's Volkswagen bus for their equipment before hitting the so-called Chitlin Circuit. 2,000-seat theaters in downtown inner city areas like Cleveland, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. There would always be many other acts on the bill, all diligently vying for the audience's favor. Sometimes these entertainers would be established artists like the Four Tops, but often they would be unknowns like the Jackson 5. This arrangement gave the upstarts an opportunity to learn from the experienced players. Whenever anyone wanted to find 8-year-old Michael, they always knew where to look. He'd be in the wings, watching, studying, as he remembered, really taking note of every step, every move, every twist, every turn, every grind, every emotion. It was the best education for me. I'm going to tell you again and again, Virgos see something spectacular and assimilate it. They have a tendency of assuming characteristics that they feel are optimal. In August 1967, the Jackson 5 performed at the famed Apollo Theater in Harlem as contestants in its world-renowned amateur show. Working at the Apollo was the dream of most young black entertainers at the time. In his book, Showtime at the Apollo, writer Ted Fox observed the Apollo was not just the greatest black theater, but a special place to come of age emotionally, professionally, socially, and politically. Now, who do you think would have made it better? Jermaine Jackson singing the front or Michael Jackson singing the front? It's a kid. The Apollo Theater don't boo children and gospel. The best bet would be to put younger Michael in the front. Michael once told me the Apollo was the toughest place of all to play. If they liked you there, they really liked you. And if they hated you, they'd throw things at you, food and stuff. But you know what? We weren't scared. We knew we were good. We had so much self-confidence at the time. At the other gigs we played, we had them in the palms of our hands. Ever since Michael Jackson was a teenager, the public has speculated about his personal life.